Shannon, Vice Chancellor Administrative Affairs Office, and Julie and I are co-chairing the Community Needs and Workforce Development Committee.
We have also our lovely assistant, Nicolette, who will be helping us with our computer transitions and slides. So, to start off, we want to look at how we explore and how we connect and how we respond to the community needs and workforce development initiatives.
And our goal and vision for our committee is to prepare our students to meet current and emerging community and workforce needs and opportunities. So, going into our strategic objectives. Okay, so we're going to go into our first objective, which is to explore. And when we say explore, we're talking about exploring community and workforce needs, opportunities through an ongoing process of employer and community engagement, and doing an analysis of statewide and county initiatives and trends, and conducting assessments of student placement results, as well as we're looking at doing a community conference to engage and get feedback from the community, the stakeholders and employers, as well as the community themselves.
So we're going to connect, and how we're connecting is utilizing credit and non-credit programs that will be relevant for our community to meet those economic needs. And some tactics will include laddering and latticing, and also using internships and incumbent worker trainings.
And our third objective is to respond, and responding to new and emerging career services, entrepreneurial opportunities to support student success. And what that means is to respond is to create new opportunities or new programs or new courses that are in demand or have a need and to be filled in the community. So again, pointing to your sheets, the purple form has our objectives, goals, and it has our strategies. It has 4 objectives, but we've since merged into 3, so we can have a to change. And the pink form is our survey, which needs to be turned in at the end of the session.
So the next slide is a video on how we explore within our community.
And we'll play it again. Down. So you can hear from some advisory committee members and some students and in support of internships and
Already all of that.
he has a great story. And he did this interview for a special.
Oh, that's awesome.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. So this first video is about
The opening
exploring
and hosting
internships.
really interns over here, I think great for us because it's really a two-way street for the students that can use some of what they learn and also demonstrate in our environment. And conversely, we get to actually develop some of their skills that would benefit more to the industry on the rest.
The importance of having the internship, I feel, is vital to your work and where you want to go in life. Here at the PDC, we really strongly believe in interns. We've had quite a few interns turn into permanent employees.
So my name is Randall Stencil. At UHMC, I was in the ESET program, and I work here at Pacific Disaster Center as a network engineer. I feel that internships are really important because it just gives you that foot in the door and gives you the opportunity to show the employer, like, you know, I really want to be in this career path, and I'm really committed to doing it.
My name is Kanoa Hyden. I'm a tech writer here at the Pacific Disaster Center. I graduated last May with a degree in engineering technology, a Bachelor of Life Science program. I think internships can help motivate people to study harder because you see how the things you're learning in class really are used on the job. You see people who are you're working with using the same textbooks, referring to the same textbooks you used in class. I think that's really helpful. And just making connections is very important in networking. That's how I got this job, through networking. That was very important.
So you mentioned that this is just one example, one employer, one site, and we have such great testimony as to the relationship that's been built through internships. And so some of our committee's action plan to incorporate our objectives of Explore, Respond, and Connect, Explore, Connect, and Respond, is to create an Office of Community Engagement.
So some of the positions that you'll notice on our forms are new positions that would actually support that initiative.
And this Office of Community Engagement would assist the campus in connecting and building partnerships, advisory committee support, internships, service learning, etc.
So the next slide is another video of how we do that. How do we provide this connection?
It's really important for me to be a participant on the advisory board of the college because it's a way to network with other professionals, to see what's going on within the community, to find out the community needs, to have a voice. Sometimes certain individuals have a focus to base on what they think is priority or their propaganda. So hearing what's occurring within the community and addressing the needs as a whole and working amongst each other to meet that need.
Engagement with students and faculty is extremely important, with the students first of all. It's ironic because a number of actually our current employees have been coming from UHNC and have been with us for about 13, 14 years. So it is important because local students, especially in high-tech industry, tend to stay with us. It's a great working relationship. They grow with the center and they get promotions and have a good career, high-tech career on Maui. Engagement with faculty is as important because that feedback loop provides them with the information of what is needed for the high-tech industry in Maui. So hopefully they can actually hone their courses a little bit toward what is needed in the workforce.
I'm Debbie Amaral. I'm the Director of Early Childhood Services for Maui Economic Opportunity, and that includes Head Start and Kahikamawi'i, which is an infant toddler program. The value of being on the advisory committee, it gives me hands-on experience and knowledge of what's happening today, not only in the program of my program, there's other community members that sit on the advisory committee from Early Head Start, other community preschools, other service agencies that provide support and service to either early childhood profession or to families and children. So by sitting at that advisory group, I get to hear their challenges, their successes, and then the college, through Elaine Yamashita and Julie Powers, they take that information and they can design classes or at least have their hands on the pulse of what's happening currently in our community and design programs that meet the needs of our community.
My name is William Prieto. I'm with the County of Maui Mayor's Office of Economic Development. I'm the Executive Director to the Maui County Workforce Investment Board. The workforce, the industry that we have here at Maui is ever evolving, but everything is looking, a lot of things are looking brighter with us as we continue to collaborate with the college and the state and at the federal level. I think that as we continue to work together and identify these industries that we have, as everyone knows, that our identity is unique in the state, and we have different needs than other colleges. So I think that as we continue to work together with the college, that we'll be able to meet the needs of employers and our job seekers here in the community.
So I'm Kanani Kahai. I'm the director here at William Church Preschool. I also am a lecturer at the college, sit on the advisory board. I am a HECAP coordinator, so Hawaii Early Childhood Accredited Programs coordinator, so I help 14 schools across our state become nationally accredited. I believe that if we can't come together and believe in the same vision, then it won't work. So collectively, all of us on the advisory committee see that in order to have a quality education for our children, who we believe is the future, with every drop of my soul is in there, that we need to be able to have quality or educated schools to be able to provide that to these children. If not, it dies.
I think that the value for us to be on an advisory committee like this is because we can let the university know what is needed out there and perhaps what direction we're planning to go in, if it has to do with new programs or new activities with what we do, and we can inform them, and then they can also talk with us about their plans. So it's a good partnership that way, and keeps people connected, which is so crucial, and also connects us with our peers in the community. And you never know what that might lead to as well.
So the key word here is connect, and what you've just heard from our advisory committee members on the ESET, on early childhood, and on the human services program committees. And so connecting with our Office of Community Engagement, we would connect with welcoming Maui's community into Maui College, and we do advisory committee assistance, internships, service learning. We work closely with UH Center, higher education. We work closely with the non-credit offerings through Adventure. And we also work very closely with the sustainability initiatives.
So how many of you know where our workforce development office is? The one up on Wall Street, right, on Wailuku? Not sure if you're aware, but they're planning on closing down their office. And I know they did ask the college for space to possibly occupy. However, we all know the answer to that, right? We don't have space. So because we don't have space, we want you to think of it one step further. What is our future community need? Envision that place. And how can we bring our community into Maui College? What does that look like for you? Next slide.
Okay, so as Julie said, creating a place and envisioning that place, getting people to come and step in. So what we're going to look at now is responding. So we've explored, connect. Now we're going to look into responding to community and student needs by networking them with each other through service learning, through student practicums, and several students are going to share with you their positive experiences with service learning and student practicums.
My name is Celia Subnet. My degree that I did at UHMC was Human Services. I received my associate's and I also received my certificate in case management. I work part-time at Parents and Children Together as a group facilitator for domestic violence groups with all males. I think it's important for students to have a placement and work with the places in our community because it gives them the hands-on experience, the interaction that we're going to need, especially working in the human services program is, you're interacting with people. It's really good to have that connection with others and also utilize what you're learning in school.
So I'm currently doing my psych rotation, and I have been to Mental Health Kokua, Hale'olanikila, the medication clinic at the Wailuku Medical Center, and I've also been to Salvation Army today. So I think that's helped a lot with job placement because I think that they trust a lot of nursing students, especially coming from this program, and so they like to offer us jobs. They, enjoy telling our teachers when they have job placements available, and they're definitely willing to offer students to give us a chance to get us our foot in the door and give us the opportunity.
I've been at the WIC program here, and being able to apply and teach the community what we learn here is very helpful for me. Being able to know what's out there and what I can do to help the community. I did med surg at the clinic at the hospital. That's very helpful. Like the nurses are like, we watch you, and if you ever need a job, you're in. We see how you work, and we kind of know that you're able and capable because of this program, and we're able to apply our knowledge.
The experience of connecting with Leanna, first in the classroom, and then beginning to see this sort of incredible young woman start emerging, as course after course happened. And we have a very tight program, so with 2 other teachers, and we all kept talking about her, little does she know. And sort of really investing, sort of reflecting to her who we were seeing. And so in that process, it felt like you just kept moving forward and forward and forward in these big ways, big and meaningful ways. And in that process, she came to the point of having taken every one of our classes practically. And then it was time for the practicum, and she had gained so much confidence in herself, not just in a comfortable in her skin kind of way with other people. And as the youngest student in our program, she has been an astounding leader of critical thought and helping other students understand context differently in them. So it's just been pure joy.
So as you know, that was our movie star Lisa over there, sharing with one of her students. And we have a lot of great program coordinators, and not all of them are able to be out in the industry making these partnerships. And as you know from our top budget priorities here, 2 of the positions, number 2 and 3, are things that we are proposing as new. For the career link position, which is the office that I work in, not sure if you're familiar, but we have been soft funded or grant funded for the past 8-9 years. It's about time that we start to institutionalize some of our positions that we continually need here at the campus.
Yes, and in support of our community engagement location, we'd like to have a faculty position as well as an assistant to do all of these things that we envision this office doing. And our next 3 positions are an IT webmaster, because that's the front and foremost site of our community looking in, what are we doing, what's going on. And that position also has been soft-funded, and it's not a permanent position. And so it can, get swept or moved or not be there at any moment if we don't institutionalize it. Our 5th position that we're looking to support is the University Center. They've had tremendous growth. We need to make sure that they remain healthy so that our UHMC courses can filter into the things that they're offering. And the 6th position we're looking at supporting is a sustainability coordinator, because of all of the sustainability initiatives, campus-wide, community-wide, and they also assist us with our community engagement center and responsibilities as well as the research that goes into that. So the next video we have is in support of our IT webmaster.
Yeah, the UH website was a really great tool to use, especially when I have to transfer classes over. It was really, everything was laid out well. I got to see, here's where I go to compare what classes will fit in and what classes won't fit in and things like that. But yeah, I think it's an important, thing to have, especially in this day and age when everything's computerized. It's a real curriculum.
It's a great advertisement for the students who are here and abroad. So absolutely more video, more testimonials. It can only be better for our country.
build a mobile app that would, for instance, have like a class schedule on it, so no one has to go and print out their class schedule and they can have it on their phone. So everyone's got a smartphone these days, so it's just the next step of what we should have.
Again, the university has more than 1,200 graduates to date. It has been climbing. And so we want this position also to help increase opportunity for our Maui College students to transition into baccalaureate, master's, higher ed as well. So in summary, all the positions that you've heard all morning long, they all do make a difference, right? They do. But our position is that the positions we support have a direct impact on students' success through their career paths.
Yes, and these positions link our students' needs to our community and workforce, as well as enrollment and job placement needs will increase with the support of these positions. And so, in essence, this is the end of our presentation. Are there any questions? Otherwise, please make sure to complete the survey form and turning it into Carrie when you're done. And good luck with all of your decision making today. And we'll see you at lunch. Yeah!